This is incredible. A very beautiful, talented cast. It's a family. The crew, a marvelous crew. My dad, Kristoff St John.
I was hired in 1991, and Bill Bell had a role for me. I remember my first day.
I remember when I first met Kristoff. Bill hired him and just told me, "Vicki, I found your love interest."
That looks like it's it. Maybe we'll run into each other again sometime.
Whoa. Hey, what's your name?
Neil. Neil Winters.
Okay, 8 o'clock sharp, Mr. Neil Winters. Thank you.
Joy and
Come in with a baseball hat on backwards, sunglasses, and I look like I'm trying to be mad cool, but I was so scared.
I was walking down the hallway of the Young and the Restless offices.
There was 5 dudes, and then me. Kristoff comes upstairs. Now, this is the man.
The only face that I keyed in on was Shamar's.
And he comes on with these blue-tinted sunglasses.
And when I passed by, I stopped, I looked at him, and I put down my shades like this.
Just like, "What's up, son? What's up, boy? What's up?" And I'm just like, "Hey." You know, I'm like, "Damn, that's him, that's him."
And went, oh boy, here comes trouble.
So we audition, we all go in. Kristoff looks at me. When it's my turn, I'm last. And he goes, "Keep the shades on, because I know you're nervous, but I got you."
I did show Shamar the ropes in the beginning.
But when I give you this look, at some point in the scene, take the shades off and just ride with me, and we'll get it done. I have no idea if I was any good, honestly. And so I find out, so I go to a payphone, I find out I get the job. And on April 12th, 1994 was my first day of work. But what I found out about 2 weeks into it is Bill Bell. He looked at Kristoff and said, "Who do you like?" And Kristoff said, "I want the scared kid with the baseball hat on and the sunglasses to play my brother. He's got a long way to go, but I know he can do it."
He was just so loving and open, and he just kind of was like, "Hey, you're gonna do great, and it's gonna be so good." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Beautiful girl, beautiful smile, wonderful actress. Love to work with her.
Acting with him wasn't acting. It was the easiest thing I ever do. I've never seen an actor who, as soon as he starts sad.
In fact, Lily is so close to my Lola. And is that by chance? Nah. They're both beautiful girls. And Crystal, I consider her family, one of my daughters.
And so it begins.
Hey, Dad.
Hey there, Lily. Devon.
When Brighton first came on the show, I was thrilled because I had watched Family Matters like nobody's business.
Being on this show made me comfortable with being on a set, being in this environment. But I didn't know what it meant to get better and grow as an actor until I got here.
I realized I'm working with Lil Richie. Lil Richie is going to be my son.
I knew when I got here, I knew what Kristoff represented. I knew he could do it all effortlessly.
I am deeply, deeply sorry for having deceived you. Which time? I meant it. I meant it when I said that I had a change of heart.
Because your back was up against the wall. Are you afraid of what I'm going to do now that I know? Because you sure as hell should be.
He just made me feel very safe, like I was his peer. Not like I was someone half his age, who wasn't quite there yet. He always was there and wanted me to be there with him.
I can't hear.
Wait, how is it? Is it clearer than before?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He made the energy of every day on set about raising us up and about making us feel like he was proud. And he knew that if we could feel that way and have that confidence, it made the entirety of the show, the best it could be.
Kristoff St John was so much more than that for all of us. I worked with him for 27 years. Got to know him pretty well.
Mr. Abbott, here's the monthly status report on key customers, sir.
Thanks. Oh, wait, you're Neil Winters. You did the product focus groups report for me.
Yes, sir, that's me.
You did a hell of a job. Keep up the good work.
Yes, sir, I certainly will. Thank you, Mr. Abbott.
I had to do some of my most difficult scenes. Jack goes off to the cabin and is gonna take some pills, and just before he does, he calls his sponsor. Kristoff showed up and just took over.
I hear you, brother. I do. But know this, you're still Jack Abbott. Does Jack know how many lives he's touched, how many lives he's saved? Well, let me tell you something. I thank Jack Abbott. Because, see, that's who you really are. And nothing that you learn about yourself can change that. So don't play yourself, Jack. And don't tell me that everything that you believe in has been destroyed and is gone. Because that's not how it is. And it never will be.
It seems to be a recurring theme, how everyone felt that they were the only one in the room when they were with him.
When you look at him, something happens to you as an actor. You forget that you're acting. You forget about the cameras. And you just see this incredibly giving, honest, open person.
When he got hired, I thought he was gorgeous, and I thought that he was a keeper here. I thought he'd do really well here.
I am not rattled. Believe me, I haven't felt this good in a long, long time. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You have a date tonight, don't you? I thought so. So come on, Jill. Who's the new man in your life?
Oh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you.
Try me.
No, forget it. Just forget we had the whole conversation.
Uh-huh. It's that hot, huh?
It's incendiary. Wish me luck.
I don't think she's gonna need it.
He was very, very there and present and so realistic.
Look at him. Father of the bride just sitting here eating cake.
Well, evidently, I'm being asked to say something, and I don't really have much to say. No, I'm kidding, really. You said your vows, and now it's my turn. Lily, I love you so much, first of all, okay? But I want to thank God for your smile, because you light up my life, and I'm sure you light up everyone else's lives here. I want to thank God for your love and joy, because you make me feel ever so special. And I want to thank God for you. Yeah, you, this guy right here, for proving that you are going to keep my daughter safe and you're going to keep her loved. Yes, I will. And Drew, I know you are extremely proud of the two of them, as I am. Cheers. Cheers.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done.
And I had nothing to say.
I know, that's what you said.
I remember one of my first scenes with Kristoff where I had to tell him that I loved Lily.
Are you in love with her?
Yes, sir, I think I am. We had this scene. He's berating me about the age thing, and he just like gave me this scene, and I'm just like watching him talk to me, and I was like, wow. It's the first time I really understood the depth he had as an actor.
Let me tell you something about my daughter if you don't already know. She's very strong-willed and independent, which I'm sure you find very attractive. But she's also young and vulnerable. See, the word love is a very powerful word, right? Don't use it lightly with my daughter, because it can be devastating.
And then it just, all of a sudden, it just made sense. I realized, wow, this is an icon. I'm in the presence of greatness, I really was.
Neil, the way you turned out, I'm proud of you, son. I'm so proud of you.
Mom.
and for making terrible picks at March Madness. It was one of our vows scenes that I had to do. In the middle of the scene, I could tell it just wasn't going the way that we rehearsed it. He knew I could do better, and he dropped the line. And I saw it in his eyes that he dropped that line for me. Because he was like, you can do better than this. Like, you got this. And I just felt so seen and so appreciated, and just, he didn't have to do that. And the fact that he just, just threw himself on the sword just for me, and he was just like, no, I'm gonna do it again. Yeah, let's do that again. And he made it look like it was for him, but I saw it in his eyes, it was for me. And then we did it again, and it was amazing. It was the best scene ever. I love you. And us. I am so lucky and so grateful.
I'm the lucky one.
One of the biggest blessings of being on the show was the last 6 months when I got to work with him. And it was a surprise. We didn't really know we were going to be thrown together in his personal life. He always made a point of asking you how you were and what was going on with you, and that...
You're probably dreaming of boys.
Well, what else, honey? She's a teenager, so listen. Did you really enjoy dancing with me tonight?
Oh, Drew, honey, do you really have to ask me? I learn new moves every time I'm out with you.
I know that's right. So how come we don't do it anymore? We used to go dancing all the time, remember? Remember we used to be out there like...
Baby, I got an idea.
What?
Why don't we do some more dancing right now? I'll go warm the stereo, put on your favorite CD.
Oh, wait. You know what? We haven't had this apartment to ourselves in weeks. I was thinking we could be a little more creative.
Okay, all right. I like where you're headed with this. What do you have in mind?
Well, I thought that we would go to bed early tonight, right? And I would give you one of my special coconut oil rub down.
I'm loving that.
We need to rest after that one.
I'm loving that. Yeah, let's keep the coconut oil hot.
Yeah.
Meantime, why don't we play some fun at games?
Funny? What are you talking about? Funny games?
Come on.
Funny
Good things come to those who wait. How about a little two-handed poker?
I don't imagine in my lifetime I will ever have a scene partner like him, and certainly not for 14 years.
No, you're not doing this for me, are you?
I know that. I was doing it to loosen Nathan up for myself, but there's no reason why the four of us can't walk away from this happy campus.
Okay, fine, right. All right. Why don't you just walk away out of the office right now? Come on, let's go. I got work to do. Come on, let's go.
You know what?
Go on.
You're gonna make Olivia one lucky lady. I'm telling you right now. And you know what, honey? You are so fine. She is just gonna
get out of here. You go on.
I think we can agree was not most people.
He just had such a love of
your part.
You're my brother, man. You're all I got.
I found something that I sent him years ago. These are not my words, but it reminded me of who he is truly. And it says, the truly creative mind in any field is this: a human creature born abnormally, inhumanely sensitive. To them, a touch is a blow, a sound is a noise, a misfortune is a tragedy, a joy is ecstasy, a friend is a lover, and a lover is a god, and failure is death.
We gotta do it, man. We'll just try and take it easy. And it looked like two really old, slow guys trying to play basketball against each other.
Oh, no. Oh! What is that? Son, that is dude!
Whatever. I was so much better than him.
I remember a scene when it was me, Greg Rickhart, and Michael Grossaday, and it was when me and Daniel, the character, were together. And so he's like upset with Daniel and Kevin. Me, Daniel, and Kevin are in like this break room, and Kristoff comes up.
Do we know what we're gonna tell her dad?
We were talking about it, and he goes, "Who's dad?"
Tell who's dad what?
Lily's dad?
What's going on, y'all? I said, you don't want to mess with this black man. And Greg looked at me and he said, that's not in the script. I said, it is now, Greg.
That's great.
Kristoff, he was a ray of sunlight. When he came in, he just lightened up the stage, didn't he?
Neil entered into Victor's life many, many years ago. I loved that period of the show because it gave me the opportunity to work with Eric and find out who he really was. And I still don't really know, but a little bit. I got a little bit.
I want you to know that I've entrusted you with this because you have proven to be loyal to me. I know I can trust you. Neil was one of the few people that Victor really trusted. That applies to real life as well. He was one of the very few people I trusted. I'm determined to be back in a week.
A week? Oh, Victor.
Hey, it's obvious. This man right here is trying to show off.
Oh, you see right through me, Neil.
Eric Braeden is always present when he's working. He wants the scene to work. Maybe more for him. Eric, I love you, man. You know I can say that about you, man. Come on, be boys.
Catherine, I'm sorry. I got here quickly as I could.
Sit down, Neil.
We've been approved!
You're kidding. Fantastic. You know what? Now's the time to celebrate.
Full steam ahead, Neil. Full steam ahead. Yes. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
Congratulations.
Self and your soul.